So Ochina, if this judge respectfully, this honorable judge says, oh, attach here 6 weeks, all the criminal cases, we will never finish the cases. I'm telling you. All those cases, none of them will be concluded in Ghana. Because all that you need to do is that, as an accused person, get 4 lawyers on standby. Every time your case in Ekow close, no which a new lawyer, another one about you know what, I need to go back and look at the whole case again. So, with all due respect, my lord, give me 6 months. I need to go back because this case has been in court for 3 years. I have to go back from day one and analyze. Or koba wie na also 2 days my judgment about or say I don't want to work with this client again. Now another lawyer about. Can you stop them? No, because the precedents have been set. Because no case is stupid case. So all these criminals, they are lawyers. They are sitting and they are waiting. They want this judge to open that window tomorrow, and you will see what will happen in Ghana. No criminal case will end in Ghana.
Minia, mamena wasi na bima wakwa ba mesra say obaso na wasubscribe e dia mame like video we na share ma we bi no nso onya bi enhwe. Kevin Ekow Badu Taylor enuna Sunday oba life no ba be program. Ye nyina yenim say Kevin Taylor the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays eya onye adwuma. Na mum bibi e prompte no e menura oba e beke kansem bi e wo media no eso na ne nsem nyina all candidates wutie ne din ya wutimi wu say man no owonimdie bi e wutimi e de kire nsem emma the lay person what's in Simbi ase. Ye na ye nim Chairman Wontumi ne nsem yi a ekoso e wo court yi. Nsem no mo hyase a chekakra. Na ne lawyer na wo gina court na wo twitwa age no e ye lawyer ndi apia kubi. Edutan bi lawyer no ye na adwen se da bi court no e ye enwuma bi a ono ndi apia kubi no on penti asem no pese wo yi ne nsa ohohoro ne nsa edi free sa asem no mu. Eno na Kevin Taylor wo tie sa asem na oba be kan kire ye se sa ade ni a lawyer ndi apia kubi oye no eye strategy bi a opese oye na ode edile the judgment a ebeba abonten no Kevin Taylor be kan sa asem no nkrofo bi no etiase ene no eye adwen ebi mo so e kan se de all kan sabe nyansa biala eni na me ameti ye do be kan sa asem no mehu se eye do kwetro do ena Kevin Ekow Badu Taylor all kan asem na okan ye no eno ene eda hoyi enti andi apia kubi wo ye na adwen se obetwe no ho afri Chairman Wontumi ni case na ewo court no mu no eho ena lawyer attaching so oba be take over no oba be take over no ena wo twere koma court no se nsem bi mo ho wo se wo to ne bo na wo hwehwe mu yi there are some information bi a obehinya edi afri court no ho se ne be ye obetimi atoa asem no so as Wontumi personal lawyer wo gina court a otwitwa age no enti ho na Kevin Taylor be kan say asem na me kan ye no eno a ena da hoyi na ye da esole ya lawyer attaching ene ya me ne wo ka say ye Monday wo de court no anim akwa 6 weeks say ye be kan ebe ye be say 1 month 2 weeks say court no e ma no kwan na onfa input some things together na we sign ababegina Wontumi achi as his lawyer because as a lawyer no nsem binom e wo ho a e we se ohum yie se ne be ya ono nso wo tu anamon bi e jafa sa case no ho a ohunkwanya obetu nanamon e de afa eno ene ma Kevin Ekow Badu Taylor oba life ababe kan say asem ya me kan ye say Wontumi ene ne lawyers no e strategy ena omo efa so a delay court no judgment because ye nyina be ya court no babontin be kan say on the 3rd of July or the judgment ebeba after say court no share date no eho ena lawyer ndi appeal ku bi kan say asem no on to aso bi but witnesses bi e wasa wofa de wasa wo ye bia no wa ye awie ama court no a share time what you say edesi ya the judgment ebeba na after say court no kan say asem no ena bia ku bi be kan say lawyer be kan say asem no person beto aso bi it Wontumi on fa lawyer foforo ena Wontumi ko fa lawyer attaching ya say allegedly na nyina no eye calculated tactics bia omo person omo fa because lawyers no any judges no omo ye adwuma e ma court no omo be ko break inti say omo ya na say asem no omo tumi afa judgment aba na say do time lawyers na judges na ko break na kire say asem no atumi akọ akire na judgment bia nka beba no atumi adile inti sa tactics no obugusu a omo april na Kevin Ekow Badu Taylor wato ne bo akire nsem no mu pepese wonya botre na wo hwe video ne kokosi awiye na what's asem na si baabi a Wontumi lawyers na ompese omo de asem no eko na Kevin Taylor ono de wachira na dwen because yesi asem e wo court a yensi ginaye e wo ho wachira na dwen ne enti a eni kwan say court no ignorant that watch na lawyer attaching or see a man 6 weeks na ono nso onfa hwehwe nsem no mu was say granted that watch na be the floodgate e dia man lawyer biala wojina court a odi criminal case bia se ono nso wo ho kwan se asam na di wie na say the judgment e beba obetwe ne ho na nipa hofro nso aba begina ho na asam no ase yesan e di akoba akibiem ekoba sa there is no criminal case e wo Ghana mamu ha ye betumi aka awie because Supreme Court and I say High Court no the omo ye bia no serve as precedence another person so obetumi adina so e dia pe atemu enu nti Kevin Ekow Badu Taylor wato ne bo akire Wontumi ensam no mu pesa me ne we mienu ye hwe sa video no na ye wi a wakọ comment section ho na wakire wadwi unya unsubscribe ya mesro say obe subscribe like video we na share ma video bi no nso onya bi enwe yankopon shira na wonyi wakoma so abisade ema afi ye hwe video no emra yekoba ye beto aso e de afiro beda was
no then a judge ne kan timer apia kubi ko nenim say onye de onye Chairman Wontumi lawyer bim e then a judge ne kan. This is the ruling from the judge. This is a few weeks ago. Into mommy hwe judge in position on a written submission ansana ochina attaching a court akoka judge ne say because of written submission judge ne into judgment ne sheda. Let's see a year the judge nankasa case we no when she was or he was ruling on that the apia kubi issue no what did she say? What was her opinion, legal opinion on written addresses? Now I'll say consequently, since filing of closing addresses is optional, time na apia kubi kacha judge ne say si amenye Chairman Wontumi lawyer biem attach na oba no se si ano one na eba be chro e written addresses enti adjourn case no judgment no to another date say na judge ne kacha no say consequently since filing of closing addresses is optional and not a function of the rules, that is to say there is no provision under the rules compelling the lawyer for an accused or prosecution to file an address. According to say, addresses are optional statements made by lawyers. Listen, addresses, written addresses are optional statements made by lawyers to articulate on the merit or demerit on a case one way or the other. Or say, what we call written statements are optional. In fact, those written statements, they are done by lawyers to what? Tell people their opinion, to articulate their opinion about the whole game. It is like a press conference. Technically, written submission or addresses which lawyers write after cases are heard, evidence are provided. In criminal cases, they are optional. It is basically the opinion of the accused's lawyer or the defendant or the prosecution. At the end of the day, it's just an opinion they are expressing. This is like post-match interview, post-election interview. Written addresses are just court interview. It is the same as somebody going to court today. Appear could be court in the new appear but not journalist able to question. It is basically daily written submission or addresses. Appear could be every day he walks out of court. He meets the press. That is the post court proceedings or press, his views, how he articulates, how he sees it. The merits and demerits. Oh, and the court, na bibia fine. And the mom, the judge, I just want to that is his opinion. And that is the same thing here. It does not affect what actually transpired in court. The evidence that was put before the judge, the evidence that was put before the judge by the accused or the prosecution. No, it is just his opinion. That is why during this judge's ruling 2 or 3 weeks ago, he or she was clear that written addresses are post-court addresses. They don't affect what actually happened in court. They don't affect the evidence in court. It is the opinion of the lawyer. So the question here is, if it is just an option, it is the opinion of the lawyer, how can it affect the evidence put before the court? Because post-court reaction is done daily. Now, it is all the post-court reactions that you have seen from day one appear could be record opie ochena adwene no eno na optionally, he can decide to put all together in one big document and say, this has been my opinion from day one. Every single day I share my opinion. But today, I am going to put everything together. I'm going to summarize, compress it for people to know my opinion on the whole proceedings. So, submissions or addresses by lawyers do not or cannot have an effect on judgment. Now, already judge in the last statement, or say the court would by this extend the time of filing written addresses from 17th of June to 24th of June 2026. For the avoidance of doubt, this matter is adjourned to 9 a.m. on the 3rd of July 2026 for the court to deliver judgment in this matter. Meaning, the judge herself or himself made it clear, I don't care about written addresses. I don't care about post-court addresses. What I care about is that I've given a date, and that date, the judgment will be read. And see, what I'm trying to say is, I'm just asking the judge, is she or is he going to eat their own word or his own words or her own words? Because we didn't know this until the judge sitting on that case told us that when a lawyer, after every single court case, walks out of court to share their opinion, is basically a written or oral witness address. Now, the judge made it clear that those things are optional, not a function of the rule. When they say not a function of the rules, it means a court say without written submission or addresses, a judge cannot go ahead and pronounce judgment. No, that is the statement. That is the meaning. Inti, the question here is, Ochina, attaching Ekow court to say, Yanko extended time mano, all because of an optional written submission. At the end of the day, why should the court, with all due respect to the judge, at the end of the day, why should the court even hear Atachia out? Because, so we read the judgment now, she even gave Atachia enough time to also write their submission. Now, when you read the last part of a judge ruling now, or say, the court will by this extend the time of filing written addresses from the 17th to the 24th, meaning the judge, nobody was compelling the judge to even extend the time of written submission. It's an option. If you want to write it, then I'm giving you time to write it. If you don't want to write it, I don't give a fuck about it. But a judge in her own wisdom, wanting people to say, at least I'm being transparent. I don't want people to say, oh, I did not even allow it because I'm not supposed to demand for written submission. It is not part of my judgment. The law does not compel the judge to say without written submissions from the lawyers, she cannot or he cannot bring out his judgment. So the question is, why did the judge even give him more? The judge was being more lenient from day one. Much now how they have abused the court. The court was being lenient to Chairman Wontumi and his lawyers. For the judge to even say, I've moved it from 17 to 24th, the judge was even being lenient. The judge knows it is not important. But if it's for the optics, fine, I'll give you 24, write it and go and show it out. So from the 17th to 24th, Atachia could not contact Apia Kubi. Atachia wants to tell me when Apia Kubi was handing over Chairman Wontumi's case to him, Apia Kubi didn't give him the proceedings of the court. Is that what Atachia wants to tell the judge tomorrow? When Atachia was given in room from 17th to 24th, Atachia came back to tell us that the registry did not give him the documentation. So you could see clearly that a plan, the same 442 formation, he wants to continue. It is the abuse of the court. So with me, or when you ask us, Loud Silence Media, my editorial team, we believe that the court should not even listen to Atachia. Because you see, let's be realistic, let's be real here with this matter. Say me a criminal case that I'm so ne. If I'm being accused, we are talking about Gift Owari is being accused of criminal things in Ghana. Obi to say a SkyTrain, a criminal case. We are talking about a buffer stock, a criminal case. There are so many criminal cases at Ekow court. The lawyers are watching. And with all due respect, I am talking to the judge. You yourself said that there are no rules binding you at the end of the day that without written submission, you cannot come out to your pronouncement, which is fine. We understand, we respect that. Now imagine All these smart lawyers are omia lawyers to these accused criminals. Trial and then what they are going to do is, if tomorrow, Sir Judge Way, knowing that written submissions are optional and not mandatory, and no law in Ghana in the legal framework is mandate any judge to say without written submissions, I cannot come out with my judgment. If tomorrow, Sir Judge Way, 6 weeks, go and write her, what is going to happen is all the criminal cases we are seeing in court, and we are working with precedents here. This is legal field. We are talking about precedents. Edubuahen money ade. Lawyers in Edubuahen lawyer Skytrain lawyers Give to a warrior lawyer Buffer stock lawyer all the criminal cases in court today are oral. Lawyers remember, Sir Judge Way, with all due respect to the judge, Ochina decided to be granted attachment 6 weeks. So uncle now Abra Odim say any mandatory from her own ruling. No, what is going to happen? And say, some cases when they will drag it. Now lawyers of these respective cases will drag the case. Eka 1 month. Not judge, adding the judgment bar. They will come and tell you, the accused will tell the court to say, you know what, I don't want like my lawyer again, and that I am bringing you a new lawyer. And what that lawyer is going to say is that I am basing my application on that application that was granted when Atachia took over from Apiakubi as a new lawyer who was given 6 weeks. So me too, right now, the accused has changed his lawyer. I am the new lawyer. I am also telling you, and court is all about basing on your statement on facts and evidence. All the lawyers are going to wait. So Ochina, if this judge respectfully, this honorable judge says, Atachia 6 weeks, all the criminal cases, we will never finish the cases. I'm telling you. All those cases, none of them will be concluded in Ghana. Because all that you need to do is that, as an accused person, get 4 lawyers on standby. Every time your case in Ekow close, no new lawyer, not another one about you know what, I need to go back and look at the whole case again. So, with all due respect, my lord, give me 6 months. I need to go back because this case has been in court for 3 years. I have to go back from day one and analyze. Or koba wie na also I 2 days my judgment about. Or say I don't want to work with this client again. Now another lawyer about. Can you stop them? No, because the precedents have been set. Because you, the judge, with all due respect, you created that room. You have created that hole, and all of them are going to use it. Let me tell you, when it comes to cases in court, you know the Gamanches case in court. When my case was in court, the smart lawyers of the Gamanche basically, some of their argument in court was based on my case in the Supreme Court. Yeah, go and read. Because no case is stupid case. So all these criminals, they are lawyers. They are sitting and they are waiting. They want this judge to open that window tomorrow, and you will see what will happen in Ghana. No criminal case will end in Ghana. Because if they are precedents, you cannot tell me you won't give me that. Why did you, the court? And at that point, they are not looking at you, the judge. They are looking at the court as a body. Until when you refuse to give them, they will go to Supreme Court. They will go to Appeals Court. Because why did you give Kevin Taylor? You don't want to give me. And this is law. You cannot say that, oh, the last time the judge gave, I cannot give. No, the lawyers will say, me too, I am changing, I have been changed. You need to give the new judge, the new lawyer, that 6 months, 6 weeks, and it's going to be part of our legal framework. It is dangerous. The moment Atachia is granted this tomorrow, our legal system will break down. No criminal will enter jail. No criminal can be prosecuted. No judgment can be read in Ghana, because now all that you do is you wait. Judgment to bar. Eka 3 days, no change new lawyer. Who change new lawyer and a new one bar? Or say, please, let's start from beginning. Okay, so on TSS, no, let's go back. The president, it happened in 2026. Atachia took over from Apiakubi, and he was given 6 weeks. The same court. Why are you choosing today? Now I'm going to go to Appeals Court. I'm going to appeal that 6 months. So we need to be careful. And I believe that Ochinano, this judge, I don't know this judge, but I believe say or a one smart judge or wabutra or a very transparent. And the lawyer for Chairman Wontumi onim dia oye. Let's not create any room for these people to destroy our judiciary. Because Ochina, your boy whom is a mistake. Na say, oh, Apiakubi and a dema attaching go 2 weeks. Even 2 weeks is dangerous. 1 day is dangerous. I am telling you. Because all these lawyers defending these criminals in Ghana, they are waiting. Obuoha, or you said the next 6 months, the case, no judgment beba or train. Obuoha in the next 1 year, or you said the case, no judgment beba. Obuoha, you said in the next few weeks, judgment beba. They are waiting. Tomorrow, if this judge grant Atachia this, no case will end in Ghana. I'm telling you.
Abusia mamena was say na me ma wakwaba. Na me na was bio se wetimi ahwe video yi ede aba awieye. Unua Kevin Ekow Badu Taylor ne nsem na waka ne nyina no. Se wo yedin na wutia. Ubehu se asem na oka no eye no kore. Ye nyina yin mi se Wontumi lawyers no tactics bi na omuprese na ebe ya judgment no ebe delay. But I say justice delayed is never justice denied. What you see? Eruntie de ye hwe omo samono e wo course entimi nka nsem bi ensi yebo ekobasa omo ebechi en contempt with the courts. What you see? Eruntie ubetimi actually wadwi fairly sene be ya unya nsem na boa amribi yara aye kama it was one video no wadwi nchele e wo ho ene se mesro so be ko comment section wona wachele wadwi unya en subscribe ya na wa subscribe e de ma na video we na share ma obi no no nso onya bi enhwe nyankopon hira na wonka ho na wanyi wakoma so abisade e mo bedo nyankopon so do mesro se obehwe ho so ye me ne wo ebehia biem sisi ye de background bye bye.